रिश्तेदारी मेरी आज कुछ भी ना दीपक का खूब बजा भाई ऐसा भाई पटाख मारे सब तो होया भाई ना मैडम तो काहे लेना पड़ना मैडम प्रीति मैडम मेरी क्लास टीचर है कहां जा रही है
We're going to have Spain-Austria. That's going to be an absolute banger of a match first up. I think they're really even according to pretty much most judges at the moment. Then we'll see Czech Republic, Portugal again. I think they're pretty even based on what we just said. Ireland will get their first opportunity to play match 3. Then Spain, Portugal, always a big rivalry. And then the first ever night game between Ireland 11 and the Czech Republic should be a magnificent spectacle.
Yeah, no, it certainly will be. And I think, you know, there's games there that are just going to provide so many different twists and turns in the tale. So I'm so looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, it should be great. Look, I don't see any movement here. Again, the rain eased off enough for us to get a start in, but then it came back pretty quickly. The score's 16 without loss for Gent after 4 balls. Again, this match could be reduced further because it could go to a 3-over game, which is our minimum if we're going to get a result. But we're going to take a little bit of a break from live action here. Again, apologies for the break in transmission. We will take you back to that classic match, and we actually interrupted to bring you the live action. But we're going to go back. It is match 10 of the championship week. It's between England 11 and Belgium in the European Cricket Championship last year. Until then, Spinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo, and Charlie Hunt. Hopefully we're back with some more action soon from Belgium. Until then, enjoy this classic match on the European Cricket Network.
One's after. It's a nice start from the Yorker specialist, as he's been dubbed. So he's going to bowl the 9th. Who are you giving the 10th to?
Well, you've got Muneeb Mohammed at deep mid-on, who hasn't bowled in this tournament, bowls leg spin, and it's actually not bad. Leg spin's quite quick. We used it in our T20s. And you've got the captain, Shiraz Sheikh, Sunny Sheikh. I think he needs to step up and bowl an over here. He needs to help his team if he can.
Down the ground from Bevan. Catching chance. And taken. Really important one. Even with a couple of overs to go, that could make a big, big difference. That could be 20 off the England 11 score with the damage of Tom Bevan going. But he's caused plenty of damage to the Belgians, it must be said. Great knock, out for 60 off 23.
Yeah, he's done his country proud. A really good knock, and that was actually there to go, but he just got under it. And Muneeb Mohammed, I've said he's one of the best fielders in Belgian cricket because he is. He's very calm after that skyer, and he had to hold that because if Bevan batted another 10 balls, I mean, he could end up with 90 odd. So it's a big wicket. 60 off 23 at 260.
I'd say he's done his country proud. I'm sure there'll be plenty of Welsh men and Welsh women screaming at their TV that he is Welsh, of course, and it is the England and Wales cricket board. And we haven't actually seen Rich Edwards come out to bat yet, but I know he's actually got the Welsh dragon on his helmet. So that will be great to see when he eventually walks out to the middle. And there's a funny story in that batting collapse against the Netherlands. There came a point where Sam Pearce, another player for Wales, looked to the dugout and he sort of joked that he said he saw Rich Edwards with his pads on. He thought, cripes, I've got to finish this if Rich Edwards is having to get his pads on. Pearce starting like a man in form with a nice looking shot out to long off the mark. Pearce, who hit 28 off 10, including back-to-back sixes. The young spinner, Shariz Ahmed, to seal victory without the need for the nervous final over. Yeah, it was telling me in the lunch tent afterwards. The moment I saw Rich padding up, I thought, right, let's not make this quite this close. Let's get this done. He did. Well, the umpires are consulting briefly.
Looks like they're just confirming how many people were in the ring during that delivery. The England batsmen have actually, well, he's played a shot there and he said to the umpire, I think there's only 3 in the ring and this should be called a no ball. So we're just having a look and they're confirming. So we'll see here, they're counting now about who was in the ring and who wasn't in the ring, because the England batsman's played the shot, Pearce has hit the shot, and it is going to be called a no ball. Well, it's a big moment and it's a blight on this Belgium innings because 3 men were only in the ring at point of contact, meaning no ball free here. And I tell you what, that is
so needless.
It's a coach killer. If you're a coach sitting in the box right now, you're pulling your hair out. That can't happen at this level. And well spotted by the English batsmen, though, to inform the umpires and get themselves an extra run and a free hit.
Nothing quite like being alert in every sense of the word. It's good game awareness from Pearce and Mellor. So Razak has got to try and get out the free hit, the Yorker specialist. Free hit. It's out to wide, long off. They're going to try for 2, and they won't get there. You can still be run out off a free hit, of course, and that is exactly what has happened to Sam Pearce. To his credit, it's an unselfish sacrifice. This stage of the game probably makes sense. 109 for 5.
Yeah, it's pretty unselfish that he's just let himself go there and try and turn back for 2. Him being run out keeps the main batsman on strike. It's good fielding out there at deep mid-on from Sherry, but I like the cricket education from England because that run out isn't the worst thing in comparison to what can go on for their innings.
And again, we talk about the overvaluation of wickets. They've still got 5 wickets left to throw at this one, and Alex Mellor, who's going nicely, will retain the strike. So Pearce can't repeat his excellence from earlier on in the day, but as on
as the sixes fly and wickets stumble, you can also join the celebrations.
Hi, I'm Andre Russell. Watch the Caribbean Premier League live on FunCode.
सोच मत, खुद को रोक मत, लोगों की नहीं दिल की सुन, सपनों को पंख दे और खेल जा.
The non-strikers, of course, at the bowler's end, the Dorset skipper. But it will be Mellor facing up. Alex Mellor, who's currently doing his level 3 coaching badges, but still a fine player as well. And he's got all of that over long on. 6 more for Mellor. Well, that shows the importance of attempting the 2 the previous ball, because despite the run out, it's kept Mellor on strike. The next ball goes for a maximum.
Absolutely. You've got to get the main striker on strike. And Mellor, who's in and set, gets an extra ball because of the unselfish run out. And he puts the next one away for 6. So really smart cricket from England. And well, they want a couple more of those to get that total, maybe, if they can, to around that 130 to 135 mark.
Well, that's going to be another 6. Lovely clean strike from Mellor. Razak trying the Yorker, but instead it's in the slot, and Mellor gets underneath it. This is fine straight hitting from Alex Mellor.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, if you want to try and hit every ball for a Yorker out of 12, you are going to miss a couple, and when you miss, it's just a half volley. And when you're in, you're going to put that away. Back-to-back 6s. You'll be looking to go 1 more here.
Instead, he's probably going to keep the strike. He will, so we're on to 40 off 20. Alex Mellor, who's now captain and coach.
Hello and welcome back. Some good news for you. The rain's eased up a bit and we are back out in the middle to resume the first semi-final. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network. Bring it up to date. Originally this was rescheduled as a 6-over match. We lost a little bit more time, but now it is a 5-over game. We're going to continue. It's 16 for no loss after 4 balls, and well, you can make that 22 after 5. Maximo Arshad, well, he went reloaded and he smacked this. He sent this over magical. The score's up to 22 now, and here's another magical human being, Charlie Hunt, who has watched that shot. I'll tell you what, that one clattered off the fence of Adventure Island.
That's gone a long, long way. Well, again, probably Wackers Raj just thinking, actually, I was quite comfortable in the hut. I wasn't getting hit for boundaries. Last delivery of the over here.
Another one down the ground. This will take some stopping. In fact, this will be 4 as well. So what an over that is. In the end, it goes for 26. And well, that will be the only over Waka's Raja will bowl. I think he'll be fine with that. This one just misses Omid Malik Kel and goes to the boundary. So yeah, the score is 26 with that loss after 1 over. So it was shortened to 6 overs, but now it has been shortened to 5 overs per team. So that's just because we had that extra interruption. And you can see this is the new playing conditions. 5 overs per side. It's just a 2-over power play. That was one of the overs, pretty well utilised. And then the other thing is that bowlers can only bowl 1 over each. So wow, what a start that is, essentially, for Gent. Trying to work out what a good score is here. Probably around 60, 50 or 60, I think. And now this one will be out towards Ali Abbas for a single. Yeah, we saw a lot of 5-over cricket, Charlie, in the ECL. We had a lot of rain issues in Championship week. And showed that kind of anything was defendable, but anything was chaseable, though, because the game was so short. Yeah. Short, gets lucky. Sultan Dionale gets a finger on it. This should hold up. No, it won't. It'll roll all the way to the boundary. So it continues, and it's Omid Malik Kel gets off strike, and Ashad takes it back and says, I'm going to continue swinging, and he gets 4 more.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he was asked to. He moves along to 30 now. With that shot, getting going pretty well. 30 off of just 7, pretty decent. Pretty more than that, actually. 32 off of 8.
Finally swings and misses at 1. So
yeah, side sharp. He's coming off a shorter run up now, isn't he? So
yeah,
that's the first time we've seen the rain affect the conditions.
That's just smart adjustment, I think. Smart play in these conditions. Short, missed out again. So, yeah, if you think there's a lot of momentum swings in a 10-over match, just wait till you see a 5-over match. It can change so quickly. And right now, we're seeing a little mini comeback from Syed Shah.
Yeah, they need a tidy over here. That's what they've got so far. Just 3 off it. Rain's still coming down, though.
This is going to be a wide outside off stump. This is again, digs it in. This is probably, yeah, wide-ish. But what I would say is I'd be trying that occasionally. I think trying to use the pitch should be a bit more unpredictable. This one's sliced away. Ashad is on fire at the moment, isn't he? And that's going to be another boundary.
Yep, another 4 to the over. Again, boundaries flying here this time. Well, as I say, if you're going to swing, you've got to swing hard. It's exactly what he does. It's going to be another boundary to the total. Is Mohammad Ashad, who's on a 32 off of just 10 with a single delivery here left in the second over, the last over of the power play, of course.
Yeah, Silva, talking about the conditions here. But, I mean, this is European cricket. In European cricket, it will rain more than some other places. So players are pretty used to playing in these kind of conditions. Last ball this over will be a wide. Swings after the pitch, actually. It's a pretty good stop down there. What it does do, I suppose, it gets Ashad to the other end and gives Malik Kel a bit of a free hit at this one, I think.
Yeah, certainly does. He's just got to swing, hasn't he? There's only many deliveries left in the innings, so... Yeah, field change. Cover goes to deep cover. Man at long on becomes a regulation mid-on.
Comes back with Malik Kel. Get 1. I'm not sure I would have taken that one, to be honest. The way that Ashad's batting, I just feel like I want him facing as many balls as possible. But Malik Kel, he's no tail ender. He's a pretty good batter in his own right. That's 2 overs since the end of the power play as well. It's 37 for no loss, Gent.
Yep, finally getting through the overs now, which is always good to see. Glad to see cricket back on.
As the sixes fly and wickets stumble, you can also join the celebrations.
Hi, I'm Andre Russell. Watch the Caribbean Premier League live on Fun.
सोच मत, खुद को रोक मत, लोगों की नहीं दिल की सुन, सपनों को पंख दे और खेल जा.
I don't think it's gotten a lot heavier. So, some discussions at the moment about this, but I've got to say, I'm a little bit puzzled about what's going on there in the middle.
The umpire doesn't look like it's... I think he's saying this isn't
Well, I
What
mean,
he wants to be doing.
that doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I think this is probably as light as we've had it, to be honest. And
Light now as well.
the other thing is we haven't gotten to the 3 overs, which is the minimum as well. So, yeah, let's just see, obviously. Umpires are the sole judges of it. I mean, both teams probably have to stay out there because Get it flying and they're smashing it all over the place. And Ostend Exiles, they need the game in. So it's kind of coming and going at the moment, but it's been that kind of a game. And, well, once again, Vinny Sandhu here, Mr. Maximo. A bit of a strange one. You're going to see it all here on the European Greek Network in the space of 1,000 games on the European Greek Network. And look, that's what we're saying at the moment. So obviously, you know, it's really tough to judge because I guess the umpires, they will let it go a certain amount of time. And